Okay, so for today's video, I'm actually going to be working on the Manx buggy, and I'm going to be doing something that I don't recommend to anybody, but I don't really know of any other way to do it. I've been working on it some, and I'll show you that now. While everybody's been gone, I cut this out. This was where the clutch pedal assembly and all went in, connected to the clutch line, which is actually right there. You can't really see it very well, but you see all this rust and just nastiness through here. And what I'm planning to do today is to actually hook to the top of that shock tower and the top of that shock tower and take the Jeep and actually try to pull it up some, so where I can expose the bottom side and take the grinder and cut that out and just leave it as a frame. I have a few things I need to buy for this particular unit before I can put the floor back in it, but this is something that I could do now to, one, go ahead and have it done, and two, it's got to be done. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to start on that, and then I will show you more or less what the finished project is, or finished product rather, once it's tied up and ready to go. So this is more or less my idea to try to get this thing to come up some. You see it's tied here, tied there, the pulling point in the middle, and all I'm wanting to do is just take this from this to setting it up just a little bit. Well, I need to set it up quite a bit to cut the bottom side of this main tunnel here, so I can just get some of the rust out and basically just clean it up to where I can actually do something with it. Pretty sure I'm gonna have to well, one, I'm gonna have to chock the wheels so it can't really go anywhere, and two, I'm just gonna have to figure out a way to, as far as where to actually put the Jeep, I guess to get the best pull to it. I don't know whether to go long or short or what. This is just kind of a trial and error. And it may not seem the safest, but it's, you know, 1,000-pound rope and 500-pound buggy, but there's not a whole lot of options that I have at this point. But let's see if we can't get back to working on this thing. Okay, so I ended up getting the buggy up the way I wanted it to, which seems a little ridiculous. Kind of glad that Tab and the boys aren't here, so they're not running around it, and Tab's not hollering at me for having it up this way and all that stuff. Anyway, what I ended up having to do is taking this jack 2x6 and bridging the gap between here and there, and getting a good start on what I had to, the distance had to be traveled, and lifting it up just a little bit to where those tires could catch on the sides like that. And now I can kind of get under here and look, and so what I'm taking out is actually this, which is the last, I guess, official piece of the original Bugs floor pans. But I'm just gonna cut it out. Yeah, I probably won't cut the whole thing, but I'll cut a good bit of it out, just so I can, like I said, clean it out in there and get a lot of the junk and old rust and this stuff like this right here. I'm gonna put new metal in it anyway, and I'm also gonna replace the front suspension. And in all honesty, I'd probably be better off just finding another frame, but I'm not really wanting to have to cut it out and all that kind of thing. So my plan is to just go ahead and cut out all the bad that I can and replace it with new, and kind of go from there. So I go get the grinder together, all that stuff, and then I may pick this up just a little bit more because I don't want to completely flip it over, but I do want it over enough that I can actually work on it. So I'll be right back. All right, we got our grinder. Let's make some holes. All right, so I'm gonna show you kind of why we're doing this. Look at all that crap. Mice and just junk. Ugh. Alright, so I didn't really think about this before I started cutting everything. I mean, I wanted to kind of clean it out and see what I had, but the more I look at this up here, and in the back here, actually, so I cut that hole and then I cut that hole just so I could kind of see, and like I said, I had full intention of patching that, but I come back here and it's rusted out through here and through the main beams here. It's really soft, so looks like I'm just cutting my losses and having to buy a whole new frame. It really sucks, but at the same time, I mean, it is what it is. You can't expect to win them all, but at least I've got a seemingly decent transaxle out of the deal, and the body back there. But I mean, total, I think I've got like $100 in this thing so far. So, well, not counting what I spent at the swap meet. So I got about $300 in parts so far. But I'm supposed to go try to get the Baja tomorrow, so maybe I can just put those parts in that car. I don't know, we'll see. But anyway, I guess that's gonna kind of end it for this video. But I hope you guys have a great day, and thanks for watching.